My 24 boyfriend, 28, is mad that I didn't dump my best friend because she cheated. Basically, my friend Jesse was together with a good mutual friend for 4 years. Edit. He is good friends with my boyfriend, not with me. What Jessie did was not a mistake. She deliberately cheated on Eric. I found out 2 days earlier than anyone else and put her against the ultimatum. Either she tells Eric or I do, and then she can forget my friendship. She told Eric, and to no one's surprise he broke up with her. She deserves it. But still, when Jessie came to my place crying, I let her in. I didn't let herself victimize herself. I told her how shitty her actions were and held her accountable. However, I was not cruel. I don't believe she is a bad person. She did a bad thing and should totally life out the consequences, losing her boyfriend, losing mutual friends, have to look for a new place to life, live with the guilt, go to therapy to find out why she did it. So after talking it out and her calming down, she left. My boyfriend was furious, saying that I have to cut her off or else I am condoning cheating. I told him I'm not, I'm holding her accountable, and was the first to call her out. While she might be a horrible girlfriend, she is a great friend. We have known each other for over 15 years and she has literally rescued me from a foreign country. Is there anything to be done? He probably feel this way because he thinks you don't view infidelity as a bad thing, and now he's gonna think your friend will somehow influence you to do the same. He's upset because the person she cheated on deliberately and intentionally was a friend of his and yours. He doesn't think she's a good person because she probably wouldn't have ever said anything unless you made her. He is probably now concerned about your view on cheating. Was he better friends with Eric than her? Because he is probably helping the person who was hurt in the situation. And #X200B. I don't think you should have to cut her off, but I think you need to understand how this looks to your boyfriend before proceeding with a conversation with him. Great advice in this thread, but Op isn't listening and has assessed the situation incorrectly. She states, in a comment, that this isn't about Eric. This is going to severely strain her current relationship even more. I might get downvoted for this and called insecure or whatever, but I wouldn't be comfortable dating someone who's friends with a cheater. It gives off the impression that the person I'm dating doesn't value fidelity as much as I do. I mean, how many stories have we read on this sub of someone's significant other hanging around with questionable friends, work colleagues, and then cheating on a boys' trip, girls' night out? My comment isn't directed at Op, but I understand where her boyfriend is coming from. At this rate, Op is definitely getting dumped by her BF. Op, your friend wants a clean break. He doesn't want his ex in his life at all. He is upset that you are maintaining a relationship because now he has to hurt every time he sees you. Eventually, either you will have to choose between them or they will choose for you. It sucks, but that is what happens when people cheat. They destroy everyone's lives, not just their own. I like your BF, he has a strong sense of morality. I doubt you're going to be able to continue being in a relationship since you want to stay friends with the cheat, and the person who got cheated on his friend. Your boyfriend sounds like a keeper okay sign. Your friend betrayed her boyfriend. What makes you think that her flawed ethics, morals won't apply to your friendship with her? Friend's cheating husband wants to apologize to me and partner. A few months back my friend called me and told me she had discovered her husband had been cheating on her for the duration of the 12-year marriage. If I'm being honest, I had always had a bad feeling about him and the news didn't surprise me at all. He had a series of ons and God knows what else went on. He's in town and has told my husband he wants to come speak with us and apologize. I have no idea what he will say, and frankly I have no idea what my response should be. I love his former wife and frankly I pity him. He needs therapy and I picture a long, lonely and sad road ahead of him. His wife, however, is an intelligent, funny, resilient and beautiful woman who deserves better and will eventually be just fine. I have provided little detail, but I know very few myself. I am not a fan of this guy. Never have been. He's smarmy and entitled, but he's an old friend and associate of my husband, so I feel I need to choose words wisely. I don't want to be cruel or out of line. Going into this blind with zero plan is stressing me out. Any advice you may have would be appreciated. It doesn't seem like he has any reason to apologize to you and your husband. This sounds like a ploy. He is using the excuse of needing to apologize to you in order for some ulterior motive. Does he want pity? Does he want information about her ex? Realistically, what could he gain or leverage by meeting with you? Is this guy even an actual friend to you and your husband? Or just your friend's ex? If he's not an actual friend, don't meet with him. He can apologize via text. I'd advise a thanks, but no thanks response. As you said, you pity him. No reason to rub salt in his wounds. Especially on the off chance his request is part of a process he's undertaking to actually improve who he is as a person. Even if his motivations are positive from his perspective, the contact would not potentially be a positive one for you and your husband. So I'd respond that I appreciate the sentiment but do not desire any meeting or further contact. That if his concern is forgiveness, you give him that but do not wish to speak with him again. Why would he be apologizing to you? I assume he apologized to his wife and she told him to fuck off. But what exactly do you and your husband have to do with it? I would politely refuse to meet him. That's weird and seems manipulative. There's a support group for people who are addicted to porn and sex and such. It is very much like the 12 steps for Alcoholics Anonymous. Maybe he's on that particular step in his recovery? I still have no idea what you should do though. Just offering a possibility as to why he is contacting you. We had a similar situation happen to us. The husband had physically assaulted the wife, who was our friend, in this case though. He randomly showed up at our house to say he was sorry. But what he really wanted was to push the agenda that it was all the wife's fault that she got the crap beat out of her, which didn't actually happen, even though he agreed at their divorce that it did. I grey-rocked harder than I have ever grey-rocked before, then quickly made an excuse to get him to leave. So my thought is he's going to apologize then blame your friend for everything that happened. If you don't need to see him, don't. Your husband can handle the visit and let you know what happened after. Unless he's lied to you and your husband and used you in some way during the affair, there's literally no need for him to apologize to you. I would opt out. Sounds to me he is going to try and throw himself a pity party in your living room, and wants to recruit you into feel sorry for him so you'll ask your friend to take him back. Just a garbage move. I'd tell him to kick rocks. I, 28F, found explicit videos of my husband, 30M, on his laptop. I was trying to find my Apple Watch charger and looked in the backpack my husband usually travels with as we just took a trip together. Inside I found a shoebox of sex toys I've never seen or used, a pair of panties, don't think they are mine, and an old laptop that had videos of him pleasuring himself taken as recently as Christmas, and each video that I found was taken while I was away for work. My brain is in a million different places and I don't know what to do. It isn't the pleasuring that upsets me at all. It's the hiding and having no clue if the videos have been sent to anyone or why they were taken in the first place. This is my first time using Reddit, so I apologize if I said anything too inappropriate. Also, if it means anything, we have been together for 7.5 years and married for a little over a year. He probably has a fetish he's too ashamed to talk to you about. Make him feel comfortable with it and talk about it. And don't judge him or have a look on face of disgust. I mean, there's a possibility that he's wearing the panties and using the toys on himself. He may be too embarrassed to reveal that. I'd check the videos to see if he's doing any catching in them. I'm just not sure. I mean, I 100% get where you're coming from and can't even imagine the confusion this discovery must be giving you. The sex toys and panties I can't really think of an innocuous explications for. But let's say theoretically he wasn't sending them to some other woman but was posting them here in some not safe for work sub. How would that hit you? Do you think that's just as bad, or since it's not to any specific person it's more okay? I am just trying to think of some way it's not what it looks like. Since what it looks like isn't feeling too good, frowning face. What the heck? Well, you two have some talking to do. You might also want to get an STD test if there are panties that are not yours in his possession. You need to talk to him. Your brain will only get more confused with time. I left a note in the box that says, would love to know whose panties these are, that he'll see the next time he goes to use them. Maybe make a video. Is that psycho? Please be honest. My partner had thongs gifted to him by friends growing up and still wears them and buys them to this day. It could be that he's exploring his sexuality and doesn't know how to talk about it to you. The toy and the panties could both be for him. Orgasming through a prostate is akin to orgasming through clitoris action and nothing to harp on in my opinion if it is the latter. If there's any lube nearby the toy, that could be a way to check as well, because anal lube and vaginal lube are not the same. You need thicker lube for anal play. Also, maybe he takes the videos for himself because he's just starting out and gets off on the sheer kink of it all. It doesn't mean he sent them to anyone, it could easily be a form of exhibitionism. Do people take videos like that for any other purpose than to share them? Maybe they do, but I would be seriously concerned. The videos and the panties together. You need to have a talk with him. Would it be weird to have a second date the day after the first? I, 22F, was stood up by my date this evening, but it turned out fantastic. The plan was to eat at a restaurant and then see a movie. There was a guy, 25, there that had been stood up too. We were talking while waiting for our dates, and since neither date showed, we decided we'd date each other. We had a fantastic time. The whole date we were cracking each other up. I had ordered the tickets for the movie my original date and I were supposed to see, so we went to the movies. Afterward we didn't want to stop the date, so we walked around town and did all the touristy stuff. We had so much fun. Anyway, he texted me to ask if I want to go on another date tomorrow. I agreed and am excited. However, my sister is telling me it's weird and I shouldn't be going on a second date the day after the first. This is my first time trying to date since high school, but I didn't think it was weird. We had a lot of fun. So I'm coming here. Is this weird or a red flag? Edit. Okay, thanks everyone. I'm definitely excited. I hope y'all don't mind, but I screenshotted this and sent it to my sister since she thinks it's so weird, lol. Y'all are awesome. Oh, I love this. Sounds like a movie. Go and have fun. It's neither intrinsically weird nor a red flag. It sounds like you're both into each other and you're both excited about it. I say go for it. It's not weird. It's what the guy I'm dating RN did, and we've been dating since October. It means he really liked spending time with you and wants to get to know you more. I spent the night at my boyfriend's place after the first date, and the next day neither of us had to work and both were like, "Do you want to just keep hanging out?" We ended up spending like 36 hours together, lol. Technically our first and second dates since I went home to shower in between. We're extremely happy. Sometimes you just really like someone and want to see them as soon as possible. It sounds like your sister might be coming from a place of playing hard to get and not being too available. In my experience, that kind of game is only productive if you are dating someone who only cares about the thrill of the chase. Someone who is seriously interested and excited will want to see you even if you don't make them wait 3 days. Bro, are you crazy? Of course it's okay. Get her bro. Crown. Edit lol, go get him queen crown. Why not? Have fun. Is it possible you were supposed to go on a date with a person you met online and that they were fake and you were actually supposed to meet this person? Kinda weird, but does anyone else think this? Do it. When my husband and I started going on dates, we hung out a couple times within the first week. We just had so much fun and wanted to keep getting to know each other. Sounds like you enjoy each other's company, so go for it, smile.